Hey guys, Jeff, Greg, and Mark Clem over here in Horizons at Carnes Crossroads, the neighborhood that I live in, but a brand new thing coming up here. It's the Horizons, like over in Summers Corner.
Yep.
They're doing one here in Carnes, a lot of the same models, but they're just getting ready to start really selling houses here pretty quick.
Yeah, and this neighborhood is not going to be as big as Summers Corner.
Yeah.
Because it's a section of Carnes Crossroads.
Right.
Still be gated. They'll still have its own kind of mini clubhouse.
Yeah.
Nice pool. But the cool thing is you get access to what?
The amenities that I have access to. So you'll have the gym and the big, enormous resort-style pool with the water slide, the farm. So we'll end up over there in this video. But here we are pulling into the neighborhood. It's going to be a gated community. Mark, I think I remember it was either 600 or 700 homes.
Yeah, I think it's 700.
That were going to be. I took my microphone to make sure I was talking to somebody. So the residents will have a pass to get through this right side, and on the left side will be the guard gate. So whenever you pull in there, if you're a visitor, then you can get through where the gate will be, which is right up here. But look at the landscaping they've already put in this. Lots of palm trees, lots of great scrub grass and flowers, and
it's really pretty.
Even before they've opened, they've done a fantastic job with with all the landscaping.
Yeah. And so once you get through the gate, the first thing that'll eventually be here is the clubhouse and the pool.
Yeah.
It's going to be right here once you get in. So obviously that is all dirt right now. So nothing much to show there right yet, but they are kind of carving out the parking lot and where the pool.
And what we think it's going to be is a pool and a clubhouse.
Yep.
I don't think we know about a gym yet.
I haven't heard gym, but I saw pickleball courts, like 10 of them.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. And then I saw bocce out here.
Okay.
And I forget what else was on the map.
They've been really stingy with the information, honestly. We haven't been able to find out a whole lot of stuff about it yet.
We're digging for you guys.
We have been. I was literally on the phone before we started this, talking to somebody asking for more information, but he didn't even have it. So we're just rolling with what we know and give you a feel for the neighborhood now. So we're rolling down Model Row here. We're going to have two different series that we've seen out in Summers Corner. And it's going to be the two smaller ones, none with the 3-car garages.
Correct.
Because I don't think they have...
there's the sign. So you got the Collins.
Okay, so yeah, Collins. And next one is
the Waverly,
the Osprey.
Okay.
So we've seen that one. Here's the Avery.
That's a new one.
That's a new one.
Avery's
that's it. Yeah, we don't have that out there.
We don't have that one.
And the Drake, which we do have.
Yep.
And then the last one is the Hampton.
The Hampton, which there was that.
Now here's the new thing coming up here on the right. Let me see if I can get positioned so we can figure this out.
These are supposed to be called quads, right?
Yeah, these are quads. Notice there's steps going up of that one.
Yep.
So these are going to be like a shared driveway in with 4 different units sharing that one little road/driveway in.
That's right.
We haven't really seen pictures of it yet, but I think that it's going to be really interesting. I guess we'd have to assume.
So that one was called the Marion. This is called the Greenwood, and there was something else back there I missed.
So you'll see where they've got them lined up here also to do. So they're going to have a few different sets of these. It looks like this would be the driveway in right here, I think.
I think you're right.
And then...
No, maybe not.
No, maybe this might be the back.
Yeah, so I think there's 4 there and 4 there.
Okay.
And the driveway in the middle.
I'm really excited to see what these are going to look like.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the price points are going to be less.
You would think so.
Than the single family.
You don't have as much land.
Yeah.
But maybe you like that. Maybe you don't want to have a yard at all.
Well, but...
I mean, the yard's already being done.
Yeah, they're cutting the grass and everything in this neighborhood, so I don't know that makes a difference, but who knows?
We'll just have to wait and see.
But we don't know a whole lot about it. So there's going to be, like we said, smaller neighborhood here. They did put a nice berm. That's a school behind this neighborhood. That's the Carolyn Lewis.
All right, I'm going to ask the question.
K-10 school.
And address the elephant in the room, okay?
There's an elephant?
Yeah, there's an elephant. The elephant is... Why would you put a 55 plus next to a school, Jeff?
But it's not going to have any There's
like
no
ball games.
Yeah,
and
there's nothing going
cheering
on
and
between
band
the
practice.
two. While there's a ball field, there's a soccer field right behind this neighborhood. So
Okay.
I guess you could hear some yelling and screaming at a soccer game, but it's a K through 10 school, so it's not like it's a high school.
Yeah.
There's not big Friday night, lights going on.
Well, K through 8. Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, K through 8.
Yeah.
So off to the left here, straight ahead of the front camera right now, we're back at where the amenity center is going to be. So we'll get more information on that as soon as we can. But we're going to take you over to the kind of the backside of the neighborhood where they already have probably a dozen homes under construction right now.
It might be more than that because there's like 10 or 12 right here.
Yeah,
And then on the back end,
there's like another 10 or so.
there's like another 10. So it could be 20.
Actually, when we started driving this neighborhood, we picked a road that we said was we really liked. Like if I was going to move in here, this would be where I'd go. And they're building that cul-de-sac out first. So that's going to be some of the first homes that are available here.
Yeah.
One of the downsides that we had over at Summers Corner in the Horizons was that the original people, and some of our clients were some of the original ones in the neighborhood. They ended up waiting, they ended up waiting years for the amenity center to open.
Yeah.
So we're June of 25 right now, and we've still got another 6 to 7, maybe 8 months before that center opens. So while that's probably going to be the case here with this amenity center in this neighborhood, when you see what they're going to have access to in the meantime before this opens, and then even after this opens, they're going to have great amenities starting on day one.
Yeah. My watch said, sorry, could you say that again?
Oh, no, I'm not repeating things for you to watch. Your watch has a mind of its own sometimes.
Right? Sometimes. All right, so here is one street where they have 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side, 4 on another, plus these 2 homes. So that's 10 homes that are, well, that one's just framed. There's no drywall in it, no drywall. But these already have siding and stuff on
Yeah,
them.
these are going to be some of the
Should we go
first
now?
ones to go.
Let's try to get out.
I'm going to get a nail in my golf cart tire.
Well, that's why we have Joe's
Is
Carnes.
that right? Joe will get it taken care of.
Look, there's brick on some of these.
Oh, yeah, they're putting some brick faces on the front.
Did we have that at the other place? I don't remember seeing brick.
Maybe not, but here's the other big difference we didn't talk about yet is
there
this
is
is
still
hardy plank siding
Yes.
versus vinyl siding, which is at Summers Corner.
Mm-hmm.
So Carnes is, the Horizons here has to build to the same standards as Carnes Crossroads, which is an all hardy plank neighborhood. They have to do the landscaping like they did, like we talked about.
Yep.
It's just a little higher standard than what we see over at Summers Corner.
Right.
And obviously with that, we assume come higher price points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're in the middle of Carnes Crossroads here. We're 12 minutes to our office and next in the square. You can get by golf cart in this neighborhood.
This is the big difference. You're about to stop.
You're right. This is the big difference between here and, man, look at my hair. Whenever we do golf
cart hair.
I know.
This is
your hair
lifestyle
doesn't
living, right?
move.
Yeah.
Your hair stays
Because
the
it's a
same.
quarter of an inch. Yours is like,
I don't even need a haircut right now, but it's all falling down. All right, focus. Back to the golf cart ability. Publix being built. Lots of restaurants. There's a new rooftop bar that just opened. There's
was
poke
packed the other
bowls.
day.
Was it?
yeah.
I haven't been there yet. Poke bowl restaurants.
Mr. Pan rice.
Ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Place. Yeah.
They actually have awesome chicken fried rice there.
Oh,
I've had
okay.
it a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go try that. Steel City Pizza, Dunkin' Donuts, one of them breakfast places.
El Jalapeno.
El Jalapeno, a couple of Mexican places.
Yeah.
The First Watch.
Yeah.
This is the one that's going to cost me money. There's a Chipotle coming to Carnes. My kids love Chipotle.
Yeah. There's
Being
another
able to
Mexican
go there by golf cart. Oh, and there also?
Rio Chico.
Rio Chico. Yeah, we like them. All right, Nate, I'll get back to the golf cart ability. This is that cul-de-sac that Mark and I said when we first saw this. We thought this is going to be a fantastic location. One of the things that I really like about this is that a lot of these homes in this neighborhood are going to be back to woods and water.
Yeah.
There are some interior streets that are going to be back to other areas, other homes. But look back between these two houses, the yellow and the white one here, Mark.
Look at all the space.
So we've got a pond behind there and then backed up the woods. Now, I don't know if that stays woods, but I think it does. And obviously, we can find that out with our salespeople that we know and work with here. We got a whole parade coming back here. I'm really holding things up.
It's okay. We're Jeff and Mark.
Well, that's right. It's Jeff and Mark. They're going to yell at us.
So, all right, with all these houses,
Yeah.
what is your guess for the first person to move in? Like, I would
Date?
say, yeah, month. With those houses over there,
I think it'll be September, October.
yeah,
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah.
they move fast.
And it really was a big deal to move into Summer's Corner Carnes and not have any amenities coming
Yeah,
for such a long time. But I feel like with what we're going to take you to now, it's going to make it a much more pleasurable environment to live in starting on day one.
yeah, at least you have something, right?
And the something is awesome.
And yeah, oh yeah, it's probably one of the best in the state.
Yeah.
But, and we confirmed with Paul that they will have access to that. Right?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
That
what I
is
thought.
part of the dues, is that you get your own Horizons access to the amenity centers here
And access to the,
and access to the one over that we're going to now.
yeah.
All right, so sit back, enjoy the ride through Carnes now. And it's over here, there's the entrance coming in. They did such a nice job.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, so also in the neighborhood is going to be a hotel, actually.
A hotel?
Yeah, there's a Marriott
Oh, up by Publix.
out by Publix, which
I
is
said like in the middle of
yeah, in Horizons there's going to be
all
a
your
hotel.
guys can stay there.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty cool thing because we've had a lot of conversations with people that say, I need a house big enough for the kids to come visit.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about, a few times in some of the neighbors that have the ability to add a second floor, so the conversation has turned to several times of what would it look like to just have enough bedrooms and if you had an extra kid come over to visit for 3 days over the holidays, just put them in a hotel down the street.
That would be pretty cool.
Which now there's going to be actually a hotel in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even have to be, you could run back and forth by golf cart.
And I bet all the people from Chain Bay will use it too because there's not one
Yeah,
that's close.
it'll be the closest one.
Unless you go all the way over to Nexon, which isn't far either.
Now, there is no golf cart ability from here to Cane Bay or
Nexon right
Nexton.
now.
We hear rumor that there might be a way to get to Nexton eventually, but it's not here yet.
Yeah.
Look at this cart.
Oh, look at that.
We actually just had somebody in the live last night asking us about
Fancy cars.
car cruises and
Classic
car clubs, classic cars in the area.
They're probably like, good Lord, kid. Why are you saying fancy car?
Fancy cars.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Here's a fancy car coming up on the right. It can move dirt and stuff.
I would love to have
car. I know you are not allowed to go play in that.
Oh my gosh. Look at all the palm trees going in this guy's house.
Oh yeah. That man is digging
Yeah.
holes for palm trees. That's going to be a hot job today. All right, so over at this amenity center, we've got a farm, the residents of Carnes, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same for the residents of Horizons. Like on my app on my phone, I have $150 credit per year to spend at the farm store.
That's pretty cool.
So I can run up there and get my strawberries, get my herbs and the vegetables and everything. And in addition to that, the whole farm.
Now, when you say farm, you're talking about like somebody else is bringing in vegetables.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're not
fruits.
grown in here.
They're not grown.
Oh wait, they are. Yeah, no, it's a real working farm. They've got a tractor. We'll show you some drone of that. But they've got crops out of the ground already.
That's amazing. In case you didn't see, we did a 43-minute walkthrough of all the amenities.
Yeah.
Been a super popular video. So if you wanted more detail on all of this,
All right, so straight ahead here, we've got basketball, tennis, and pickleball courts. I'm going to round the bend here, and
Have
we're
you
going to
played
go in the
that?
front entrance. Riley's come over and played pickleball.
okay.
Andrea, Riley, and I have all been to the gym multiple times. My kids are now past the point where the playground is a thing.
Oh,
But-
isn't that sad?
It is a little bit sad. But the playground has a zip line
Oh yeah.
and Watch some of our Horizons class will be over here. They'll become able to use the playground.
Yeah, of course. Didn't we say in Del Webb Cane Bay that was the most underutilized amenity?
Oh,
just the playground.
The playground, yeah, hardly ever gets used. All right, so there's 3 buildings here basically.
Okay.
So this building in front of us right now is the wellness center. So in the mirrors, the window straight ahead of us is a Zumba dance studio. The gym is off here to the left. And then, you know what? Let's circle around here. I want to show you this playground before we go back over to the farm.
They call it wellness.
The wellness center.
Yeah.
Here's the entrance that you use to get into the pool. There you can see
big
the
slide back there.
behind it. Oh, look at the cute little bike there. All right, so here's the playground. And there's this cool rope bridge right over here.
Oh, yeah.
And then this slide built into the hillside. That's the largest hill in all of Charleston, by the way. And then over here is that zip line, man. Kids were ripping down this thing
have you
the
seen
other day. Oh, yeah. They were having a blast.
That's awesome.
Lots of parking, lots of golf cart parking. There's the tennis courts, the pickleball. Tell me I didn't cut this turn wide
cut
enough.
it too short.
This unbelievable.
What are you doing?
It's like my first time driving. Panic. Is I back into a car probably?
Good thing there's not a lot of cars around.
All right, there we go.
You thought we were stopped?
Yeah. All right, so this is all along
Lake Hewitt.
Lake Hewitt, which is the lake that I actually. There's my hair again.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, buddy. Lake Hewitt is the lake I live on the far side. And so, all right, so back here to the wellness center, and then off to the right up here, you'll start to see the greenhouse and some of the fields for the farms. Mark, we learned something new here. There's 3 acres of
Right here.
crops here.
Yep.
And then they have a spot in the neighborhood where they're going to do another 8 acres for 11 acres total.
Yep. On the left is the lake house, right?
Yeah, I'm going to pull around there.
Okay, go.
So walking trails all around the lake.
And that's the farm store that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the video, go back, see that video.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, look at all these trails.
So here's all the trails around. Now, in this neighborhood, there is no golf carts on the trails. So if you're going from Carnes Horizons over here to the clubhouse to go to the pool, the farmhouse, the gym, all that, you're going to be on the roads, but it is allowed.
Okay.
They've got picnic tables and things back here, a couple fire pits. I've already seen people coming down here having fires in the evenings.
Yeah?
And then here's the lake house. So there's like a little
It's open 10 to 6.
store in there that's not always manned, but it's got I've seen it manned more on the weekends, just selling snacks and cookies and drinks and those kind of things.
That's smart.
But then it's basically like a big living room setup. So you can come down here. I haven't come down here to work yet, but I think that's on my plan.
Oh, yeah?
Like if you kick me out of the office because I smell or something, and I don't want to work at home because my wife kicks me out because I smell, I can come down here to the clubhouse and
You will not get any work done. You are a very social butterfly.
I'm going to be talking to
You'll
everybody.
be talking to everyone. Just come to the office.
I was walking through, so Andrew and I and Riley came down to the gym here a couple weeks ago, and they worked out longer than I did. I quit after about 40 minutes.
Okay.
And they stayed like an hour and a
pretty
half.
good for you.
40 minutes, yeah. I mean, I was talking to them for whatever. So I'm walking back past the pool. This little 5-year-old comes up to me. He's like, "Are you on YouTube?" He was so cute. And he looks back at his mom, and I said, yeah, you having fun? He looks back at his mom and says, "It's him." It was so cute. And then he went and ripped down the water slide.
Oh, nice.
So if you're interested in Carnes Horizons, here's the biggest thing you need to hear. You cannot, with Lennar, go in unrepresented.
Right.
You once you go in without a realtor, it's very difficult to get us in the game. So you got to have a conversation with us before you go in. There's very, it's all upside. If we have a Zoom call and a conversation and you decide you don't want to work with us, that's fine. But it's very difficult once you go in. So call us, get a Zoom call scheduled with us to talk about it. And it's not just about Horizons here. We've got 7 other 55 plus neighborhoods in this market. So this might not be the one that's right for you, but if it is, we got to walk through the door with you the first time.
And a lot of people come down here wanting to be in a 55 plus, but then they have other family members that are not 55 yet.
Oh,
This is one of the best neighborhoods
great neighborhood. Yeah.
for that, because people your age and under can live in here.
Yep.
And then the mom and dad can live.
And my goal is to be over in one of the 55s
Sooner or later.
But I'm just not there quite yet. I got kids at home. I can't kick them out. Andrew told me I'm not allowed. All right, so Mark, if they want to talk with us about this or any of the neighbors, how do they do it?
Yeah, down in the description, click on that link, book a Zoom call with us. We would love to chat, find out what the lifestyle is that you want to live, and we'll figure out, is this the right neighborhood, or is there another neighborhood like Jeff was just talking? And then we'll take it from there, and we'll show you all around.
We'll go take a ride. Have fun. See ya.